I am on an airplane today, but I am not alone. My daughter sits next to me. Around us, there are many suitcases. They belong to me. She looks at the bags again and again. She cannot understand why I carry so many. She finally asks, "Mom, why do you need all these bags? What is inside?" I only give her the same answer that I give to strangers. I say something important. My daughter does not believe me. She asks again. She says, "Are they clothes? Are they gifts? Are they things for your business?" I shake my head softly. But I do not give her more details. I want her to wait. I want her to learn. This trip is not only about bags. It is about memory. It is about teaching. It is about showing her where our life really began. Other passengers also notice us. They whisper to each other. Some say she must be rich. Others say maybe she is hiding something. The flight attendant looks at the bags and asks me if I need help. I answer in the same way, "No, thank you. It is something important. Nobody understands, not even my daughter." I see her face, full of questions. I know what she's thinking. She grew up in comfort. She grew up with more than I ever had. She never knew hunger. She never knew a classroom without books. She never knew what it means to study with nothing but hope. She does not know my story, but today she will begin to hear it. I tell her, "One day you will see what is inside. But first, let me tell you about my childhood." She looks at me with surprise. She does not expect this on a plane. But I continue. "When I was your age, life was very different. I had no new shoes. I had no money for extra things. I studied in a small school. The walls were simple. The desks were old. But inside that school, I learned something bigger than money. I learned the power of education." My daughter listens in silence. I can feel her curiosity. I can feel her doubts. I stop speaking for a moment. I want her to think. I want her to wonder. Why do I start telling her this story now? Why do I travel with so many bags? Why do I say only something important? I look at the bags again. I think about the moment when I will open them. My daughter thinks they hold luxury. The passengers think they hold secrets. But only I know the truth. The truth is not about things. The truth is about a lesson. And that lesson is waiting. My daughter looks at me and says, "Mom, I do not understand. You had a hard life, but why do you bring so many bags now? What is the connection?" I only answer, "You will see soon." She does not like this answer. She wants something clear. But I do not give it to her. I want her to wait. I continue my story. I say, "When I was a little girl, I had only one notebook for the entire year. Sometimes the pages were not enough. Sometimes I had to erase old words to write new ones. My teacher told me, 'Never stop learning.' I listened. I studied with hunger in my stomach, but fire in my heart. My daughter listens. She cannot imagine it. Passenger near us hears my words. He asks, 'Is that what is inside the bags, notebooks, school things?' My daughter turns to me quickly. She thinks, maybe this man is right. But I do not say yes. I do not say no. I repeat the same line. It is something important. The man looks confused. My daughter feels even more curious. She asked me again, "Mom, why don't you tell me the truth now? Why make it a secret?" I breathe deeply and say, because a secret can teach more than an easy answer. If I tell you now, you will only hear it. If I show you later, you will feel it. My daughter shakes her head, but she stays quiet. I know her mind is moving. I tell her more. I studied under the light of a candle. I shared pencils with other children. I learned to dream in a place where dreams looked impossible. That little school gave me everything. It gave me the courage to build my business. It gave me the strength to create a new life. And now we sit here on this airplane with all these bags because of that school. My daughter looks at the suitcases again. She whispers, "So is it really school things?" I look at her and say the same words again. Something important. She frowns. She wants to know. She wants to open the bags right here, in front of everyone. But she cannot. Not yet. Around us, the passengers are also listening. Some of them begin to whisper again. One says, "It must be money for the school." Another says, "Maybe she hides something else." The ideas grow. The tension grows. My daughter is caught between their voices and my silence. She wants answers, but I give her only more questions. Inside me, I feel calm. I know what I carry. I know why I carry it. I know what will happen when the bags finally open. But until that moment comes, nobody will understand. Not even my own daughter. The airplane is quiet now. But inside the silence, there are many questions. My daughter looks at the bags again and again. She is not satisfied. She wants the answer, but I am not ready to give it. I continue my story. I say, when I was in that school, we had no library. We had only one book for the entire class. The teacher read from it, and we listened to. Sometimes we copied the words on old paper. Sometimes we only repeated the words again and again. To remember it was not easy. But those words gave me light. They gave me hope. My daughter says, "But, Mom, you have everything now. You own a business, you have money. You do not live in poverty anymore. So why are you talking about this now?" I look at her and answer, "Because you must understand where our story begins. You see only the result. But the beginning is important. Without that small school, without those teachers, there would be no business, no success, no future. I carry these bags today because I remember." A passenger interrupts. He says, "So it is books inside. Old books from the past." Another passenger adds, "Or maybe it is money to build a new school." Their voices mix together. My daughter listens to them. She feels more confused. She asks, "Mom, are they right? Is it books? Is it money?" I do not give her a direct answer. I only repeat, "It is something important." She shakes her head. She says, "You are making me crazy. Why don't you just open one bag right now? Why not show me?" I answer calmly, "Because if you see it here in the air, it will be only objects. But if you see it there, in the right place, it will be life. It will be truth. It will be memory." The flight attendant walks near us and asks if everything is fine. I say, "Yes." The passengers stay curious. My daughter is almost angry now. She wants to open the bags, but she cannot. She must wait. I continue my story. When I was young, sometimes I wanted to quit. I wanted to stop going to school. It was too hard. But my teacher always said, education is the key. I did not forget. And now I want you, my daughter, to understand the same lesson. Education is more important than comfort. Education is more important than money. Education is the reason we are sitting here today. She is quiet. I see her thinking. She still does not understand the bags. She still does not see the full picture. But I know soon she will. Soon everyone will. The airplane is moving closer to the answer. The airplane begins to descend. The sound of voices grows stronger. My daughter looks at me and says, "Mom, this is the last chance. Tell me now, what is inside the bags?" I answer with the same words as always. Something important. The passengers around us lean closer. One whispers, "We will see soon." Another says, "Maybe the police will check the bags." A third voice says, "No, maybe she will surprise us." Their words create more questions. The tension is heavy, but I stay calm. My daughter continues, "You told me about your childhood. You told me about the school. But I still don't understand why you bring all this now. What is the lesson for me?" I tell her the lesson is not complete until you see the answer with your own eyes. Today, you will not only hear my story, you will walk into it. You will see the beginning of our life. And you will understand. The airplane lands. Everyone stands ready to leave. But many eyes are still on me, still on the bags. My daughter feels the weight of their curiosity. She whispers, "Everyone is watching us. Everyone wants to know. Why don't you tell them something more?" I shake my head slowly. The truth is not for the airplane. The truth is for the ground. The truth is for the right place. We wait for our turn to leave. The bags are collected. My daughter follows me. She whispers again, "Please, Mom, I need to know. Are you taking me to that old school? Are you trying to show me where you studied? Is that why we are here?" I look at her and repeat the same words again, calm and steady. Something important. The passengers follow us with their eyes. Some of them whisper, "We must find out." Others shake their heads, still confused. The flight attendant watches us too. My daughter is restless. She almost insists again. But I do not change my answer. At that moment, everything feels close. The secret is almost ready. The bags are heavy with meaning. The questions are ready to break into answers. My daughter, the passengers, even the workers in the airport. They are all waiting. And now the door of the airplane opens. The truth is near, but still nobody knows what waits inside the bags. We leave the airplane. My daughter stays close to me. The bags come with us. People continue to watch. Some whisper again. "Now we will see." Others follow us with their eyes until we disappear. My daughter repeats, "Mom, please tell me now, where are we going?" I answer, "You will see soon." We take a taxi. The driver looks at the bags and asks the same question. "What is inside?" I give him the same answer. Something important. He does not ask again. My daughter looks at me, frustrated. She wants the secret to end. But I want her to wait just a little longer. The taxi does not go to a big hotel. It does not go to a market. It does not go to an office. It goes far away. My daughter notices. She asks, "Why are we going here? What place is this?" I finally tell her, it is the place where my life began. It is the place where my future was born. You will see. The taxi stops. I look at the small building in front of us. My daughter looks too. She whispers, "This is a school." I nod. Yes, this is my school. This is where I studied when I was young. She stays silent. She cannot believe it. We walk inside. The teachers see us. The children see us. Their eyes shine with surprise. My daughter is confused. She asks, "Why here? Why bring all your bags here?" I answer, "Because today you will see the truth." I open the first suitcase. Not clothes, not jewelry, not money. Inside there are notebooks, dozens of notebooks. The children smile. I open the second suitcase. Not luxury, not gold. Inside there are pencils, crayons, and erasers. The teachers begin to clap. I open another bag. It is full of books. Simple books for learning. My daughter is shocked. She whispers, "All this for them?" I answer, "Yes, for them. For the children who sit where I once sat. For the school that gave me everything. For the teachers who taught me to dream." The children take the notebooks and laugh with joy. The teachers give thanks. My daughter watches. Her face shows confusion, but also respect. She whispers again, "So this is the secret. This is why you said only something important." I nod and say, "Yes, this is the most important thing. More than money, more than business. Education is everything." The truth is open. The bags are not mystery anymore. They are memory. They are promise. They are future. The bags are open now. The secret is not secret anymore. The children hold notebooks in their hands. They write their names for the first time. Some of them open books and begin to read. Others smile when they see pencils with colors. The teachers thank me again and again. My daughter stands beside me, silent. She does not speak. She only looks at everything around her. I turn to her and say, "Do you see now? These bags were never about me. They were about them. About children who live today. The life I lived years ago. Children who sit in small rooms with few resources but with big dreams. I bring these things because I remember. I remember where I come from." She says softly, "I never knew your life was like this. I never thought you had so little." I nod and answer, "Yes, I had little. But it was enough to build something greater. Because of this school, I learned to fight, to work, to believe. Because of this school, I became who I am. That is why I never forget. That is why I return." I tell her, "You must never feel ashamed of your roots. You must never forget the beginning. Success without memory is empty. But success with gratitude is powerful. One day, you may also have everything you want. But remember this. The past gives meaning to the future." My daughter looks at the children again. She whispers, "I understand now. This is your lesson for me." I answer, "Yes, This is my gift for you. Not the notebooks, not the pencils. The lesson, the memory, the truth. Education is freedom. Gratitude is strength. Never forget it. The school bell rings. The children run with their new books. The teachers wave their hands with joy. My daughter stands next to me. She finally smiles. She finally understands. And I ask her one last question. Now do you see why I said the bags carried something important? She nods slowly. She whispers, "Yes, Mom. They carry hope." I close my eyes for a moment and think. The secret is not only for her. It is for everyone who listens to this story. Education can change a child. Education can change a family. Education can change the world. My story is not only about me. It is about life. It is about remembering where we come from. Many people want success. Many people want money. But what is the value of success if we forget our roots? Education changed my life. A small school with almost nothing gave me everything. Books gave me vision. Teachers gave me courage. Hope gave me strength. Without that beginning, there would be no future. And now I ask you, do you remember your beginning? Do you feel grateful for the people who helped you? Do you honor the places that gave you your first steps? Never be ashamed of your past, even if it was poor, even if it was hard. The past is the soil where your future grows. Without roots, a tree falls. Without memory, success is empty. So carry your story with pride. Carry it like a gift. Share it with others. Use it to lift people up. If you have more today, give back. If you learned something, teach it. If you received hope, pass it on. Remember this simple truth. Money can disappear. Comfort can disappear. But knowledge stays forever. Education is freedom. Gratitude is strength. And hope is power. So I tell you, just like I told my daughter, never forget where you come from. Because inside your past, there is always something important.